Hey there, everyone. This is Samuel Johnson, and welcome back to the MCU Perspectives Sony Edition. And today, we're going to be discussing the third film to be released as part of Sony's universe of Marvel characters, or as it's now called, the Spider-Man superhero universe, Morbius. Now, this was a film that I've been, honest to God, looking forward to seeing for quite a while. Ever since I saw the trailer back in 2020, and the film got delayed because of, COVID. I've been honest to God wanting to see it for a while, especially in considering how it all apparently connects back to the MCU with the inclusion of certain characters and so forth. So when the film was released today, I was really excited to go and see it. So I went online and I wound up buying my ticket for it. And I was planning to see it like in the evening, but before I wound up going, I wound up looking in the fridge. I wound up looking in our fridge, and I noticed that we were kind of missing some supplies. And so my plan was I was going to go into the movie. My plan was I was going to get some grocery shopping done, and then, you know what, I was going to just after that go see the movie in theaters. Figured, you know what, they're not that far from each other. I can go to the grocery store, come back, everything will be all good. So I thought it'd be fine, it'd be good. So I get in my car and I go to the grocery store, and I'm just kind of minding my own business, shopping around and I got some bread, I got some hot dogs, I got some veggies, maybe some cereal here and there. But as I'm wandering around, this old lady that I'm walking down the aisle, and there's this old lady who's like walking the opposite way, and she looks at me and I swear to God, just scowls. And then as I'm walking by, she just like stops me. It says, "Excuse me, young man, but what is that thing you're wearing?" And she then like points to my Mario shirt. It's like, "Oh, this is my Mario shirt, ma'am." And she's all like, why are you wearing that shirt? Well, how old are you? And it's like, I like the shirt, and I'm 26. And then, honest to God, she just starts freaking the hell out and starts yelling at me like, "You're 26. Why are you wearing such childish apparel? You should be out making something with your life, not acting like a kid or not acting like a little spoiled brat or something like that." And I'm just like, "Ma'am, chill. I can wear the hell whatever I want. It's just a friggin' shirt." And then, honest to God, in response to that, she just beat red. And then and she just grabs her purse and then just starts smacking me over and over. And I'm just like, "What the hell, lady?" And I'm just trying to like defend myself, but she is not stopping. So I try to actually walk away with all my groceries, but I shit you not, she starts following me and she is not stopping for like 1 second. And so I'm just like, screw this, and I just like abandon my groceries and then just bolt. And I swear to God, she just starts chasing me. And for an old lady, she runs fast. She ran fast. Like she just, I'm sorry, like she just keeping pacing me, and the whole time her purse is just smacking me, and she's just damning me for liking friggin' Mario of all things. And so eventually we happen to run into a store clerk, into like a guy who, like one of the employees for the store, and he starts trying to calm down. It's like, "Ma'am, come on, calm down, stop hitting this guy." And she gets angry at him and starts smacking him with her purse, and I immediately take this opportunity to just like bolt out of the store and run to my car. And the inside I'm in the driver's seat, I look out to the exit, and there she is, just rotting out with her purse still in her hand. She still looks pissed, but by that point, I just like start up the car and just drive out of there. And for a second, I think, okay, I'm good, I'm all good, I remember everything's fine. But the thing is, like I said, I forgot the groceries. So I decided that I have to go to a different store, because there's no way in hell that I'm going to run into that old lady again. And thankfully, there's a smaller grocery store that wasn't that far from there. So I go there, and while some things are a little bit more expensive, I do manage to get like most of my groceries again. So as I'm wandering around, I'm just kind of minding my own business when, I shit you not, I run into another old lady who looks very similar, but not quite the same as the first old lady. And she just immediately at first I think this is gonna be like the same thing, but instead she just like starts sparking up a conversation. She seems all nice and sweet, and we have a nice little conversation, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, fine." And so I think that the conversation, and so as we're going, I finally say, "Well, I got all these groceries here, I should get to the front." And I try to pass by, and then suddenly she just like puts her hand on my shoulder, and it hurt. It actually kind of hurt. And I just like freeze. And she says, "Where do you think you're going? I'm not done talking." And I'm like, "Ma'am, I just want to pay for my groceries." And then she just like pushes me back in place, and she says, "No, I'm not done." And I'm just kind of getting a little freaked out here. and she immediately begins talking again, and I'm just kind of like, okay, and I'm just trying to like back away with my groceries because all I want to do is get to the checkout counter. And she says, "Where are you going? I'm not done." And at this point, like, she just pushes her car away and just starts looming towards me, and I just go, "Screw this again," and I just throw my stuff at her and just run. And honest to God, I cannot believe this. She just like grabs my groceries and chucks them right into a shelf, knocking it over. And I'm just like, oh my God. And I run again. And like the first old lady, she just chasing after me. And she just yelling, "Get back here so I can show you pictures of my grandchildren." And I'm just like, no, I'm not interested. And so I run out to the car, and I like with the last old lady, I'm just trying to get the thing started, but then there she is, like right there by the driver's side, and she rips the fucking door off its hinges, and I'm just like screaming, like going, "What the hell?" But by that point, because we had caused so much of a ruckus in the store, a bunch of employees come out and just start tackling her, and it's clear they're having trouble, but I immediately realized this is my cue, gotta get out of here. So I just have to like abandon the car. Like I take off my buckle and I just like crawl out of the car, and I just have to get out of the parking lot while a bunch of these employees are just piling on top of this woman. And at first I think, okay, it's over, it's good, I'm good. But then again, I remember I left my groceries in the friggin' store. And like I said, I'm not going back there. So I decide, you know what, I'll just go to a different store. There's got to be a better place. And so I once again have to make another trek to go to the store. But unfortunately, because I left my car behind, it takes a little longer to get there. But I do eventually find another store, and I go in, and I want to get my shopping done, but I'm not finding any groceries this time around. Like, I can't find the bread, I can't find the meat, I can't find the veggies. I'm just thinking, what the hell's going on? And so I go up to an employee and say, "Excuse me, but where's the grocery section in the store?" And he's like, "Grocery section? What the hell are you talking about?" And I'm like, like the bread and all the milk and so on. And the guy just tells me, "Sir, this is a Best Buy." And then I look around, I realize, oh, shit. But the thing is, I realize that I kind of don't want that. The guy's just kind of looking at me funny, and I realize, oh crap, I can fix. Don't worry, Sam, you can fix this. So I just say, yeah, I want to find a fridge. You know what, I need a new fridge. Do you know where those are? And he's like, "Oh, they're right over here." And so he immediately directs me towards these fridges, and I'm like, shit, I don't want him to, I can't actually buy a fridge, I cannot afford one. So I immediately just try making up some bullshit. It's like, I want a specific fridge. I want one that makes ice, can produce soda on command, is voice activated, and comes with, just to add insult to injury, I wanted to have a heater, because sometimes I just want my food to be rotten and soggy and moist. And I just think the guy's gonna obviously not have that, but sure enough, they have a fridge with all those things. And I'm just thinking, what the hell? But it turns out apparently they just got it that day. It's like, it fits all the qualifications. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm kind of in too deep now. I can't just tell this guy that I just came in here on accident, but I can't buy this fridge either. So I just kind of play along, and he says, "Well, the payment plan is easy." He goes, like, the payment plan's easy, all that nice jazz. And all the while, I'm just thinking, I gotta get out of here. And so, as I'm just kind of chatting with him, he says, "Okay," we finally decide, okay, I'll purchase it. And he goes off to get the paperwork. And so, as he steps away, I bolt. And thing is, it took so long to get to the Best Buy that by this point, it's nighttime. And I'm just like, breathing a sigh of relief. But as I'm standing there outside the door, the guy walks by and he's like, "Hey, wait a minute, you didn't buy the fridge." And I'm just like, shit, and I run, and he just immediately sounds the alarm, and I'm just like, so I just immediately like jump into these like these hedges that are nearby, and I'm just thinking, okay, come on, it's dark out, they're not gonna do anything. But then suddenly I hear fucking barking, and I look out, and sure enough, they got fucking Rottweilers on me. Why does Best Buy have fucking Rottweilers? And so, like, they just sniff me out immediately, and, like, one just comes jumping at me and bites down on my fucking arm, and I'm like, holy crap, and I'm just, like, screaming my head off, when suddenly the police show up because the alarm tripped them up, but they're telling me that I tried to run away before paying for my property, but sure enough, because I didn't actually sign anything, I got on a technicality, and then it turns out that the employee was the one that gets arrested. So I'm breathing like a sigh of relief. I'm seeing him get hauled away into the police vehicle. I'm thinking, okay, it's over. I mean, yeah, my arm's bleeding, but you know what? I'm fine. I'm good. It's all good. But as I'm just breathing a sigh of relief, I notice, I see this one person walking into the store. I look at them, and to my horror, it's the first old lady who, I have no idea how, she just looked in my direction. We made eye contact, and I just saw her face just go, before she just raised her purse up and started storming towards me, and I'm just like, nope! And just as the police officers are getting into the vehicle, I just jump in, jump into the driver's side seat, like right on this guy's lap before he can even close the door. And he's like, "Hey, what the hell are you doing?" But by that point, I'm just like, grab the keys, turn on the ignition, and then just bolt out of the parking lot while the old lady's still shaking her purse at me and yelling. And so me and the police officers are like just struggling in the driver's seat as I'm like trying to take control. They're trying to get it away from me. They're like threatening me and all that, but we're just like waving around traffic. The employees are in the backseat like screaming their heads off. But as we're going, we happen to see these headlights, and we both look over, and as we're both our hands are on the driver's seat, we see a truck coming at us, and we're just like screaming. And then sorry, that's what I thought there. What was I talking about again? Oh right, Morbius. Yeah, I was gonna talk about Morbius. Yeah, I didn't actually see the movie.